today's video is the twins' 1 year update. I'm going to send them upstairs with their dad because, as you can see, they're not having it. But we'll include shots of them and all their goodness and what they're doing. Alright, let's say goodbye to Sawyer and Griffin. Bye! Bye! Alright, so now that the twins are upstairs with their brother and sister and their dad, we're going to talk about them, about Griffin and Sawyer and how they're doing and how they've done this first year. So I'm going to talk about Griffin first because he is the one that's had the most trials, the most growth, I think, and just all what's gone on with him. Now, if you've been following the story, you know a lot that he was born with a broken collarbone, that he has had a feeding problem, a sucking problem. We have been to specialists. We've been to a gastro one, we've been to like a mouth one. There's been to so many specialists for this little kid, and we've been told by you guys, you know, it looks like a tongue tie, and we've seen specialists and they've all said no, he does not have a tongue tie, does not have a lip tie, and they don't know why he can't suck. We had one commenter last month or a month before said that maybe he had a high palate and maybe that's why he can't suck, but we still don't know why he cannot suck a bottle. This has been going on since day one. We have seen improvement, of course. If you've been following the story, that you know that we changed formulas a million times. We finally went to a homemade formula and he would at least enjoy eating and he would try to get the fluid in, and he would still lose about 50% of the liquid when he was trying to drink, but he would take the fluid and gain weight. And as you see, he's a chunky little guy and he likes to eat. He really likes to eat. But that has pretty much sums up what happened with Griffin. All of this stuff has happened and it took a long time to figure out how to cope with his problems. So like the formula took until he was 6 weeks old, which he lost a bunch of weight. He was in the hospital. It was crazy stuff. The collarbone we didn't know about until he was 6 weeks old. And so by then he's already had like a delay. And what I mean by delay is that those first 6 weeks of his life, he screamed the whole time. He was starving, he had a broken collarbone, and nobody knew what to do. We were at the doctors all the time. They just said they don't know, he's colicky. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna be a little frustrated with that whole thing. I don't believe in colic now. I believe that something's wrong with your baby. I mean, it's like every doctor's easy excuse, like, it's just colic, it's just colic, and I'm sorry, it is not colic. He had a broken collarbone, and something's wrong with his mouth, and nobody could figure out what was going on. So I get so emotional about it, but it was your baby, and you were told by so many doctors, and there was a broken collarbone, and when we figured out the right formula, yes, he figured out a way to eat, but it's not colic, because he stopped crying after those two things were handled. So, sorry, Mama Bear comes out. It made me really mad. I think about that time and it was just so frustrating that they kept saying colic, or he's a sensitive child, or he's just a weak boy and he'll get through this, blah, 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 blah. No, sorry, this is my opinion. Developmentally, he's about 6 weeks behind his brother. So right now, like Sawyer he's now walking, not perfectly, but he is walking. He is standing up. He is interacting with his brother and sister more. And Griffin is still behind. He can army crawl now. He can I mean, literally just today he pulled himself up to his feet from like the couch or like a chair. When Griffin is laying down like on the floor, he cannot get himself to the sitting position. He's still working on that. He has not spoken his first word yet. It's been just a lot of like this weird like, but there's no like dada, mama, anything like his brother. So he is behind. We've definitely worried about him. We have noticed with the army crawling that the arm that he had the broken collarbone on, he tends to not use as much. So he goes to the doctor for his 1 year checkup on Friday, and I'll be talking to the doctor about maybe doing another x-ray, maybe some physical therapy. I don't know, because he definitely doesn't use this arm as much as his other arm. And I just want to make sure that he is getting the best treatment possible. So Griffin weighs over 20 pounds now. I think he's like 22, 23 pounds. He are still really short. We did not measure them yet. They go on Friday, but I know they're still really short. I'm assuming they're still gonna be in the 3rd percentile. Both of them are tiny little guys. It's what they are. Griffin is just a big eater. He loves to eat. He has 3 bottles a day, about 6 to 8 ounces. He eats 3 meals a day, maybe some like stars, like little puffy stars or something for a snack throughout the day. Nothing crazy. He and his brother are mainly on people food, like not baby food. That's because of Sawyer. Sawyer does not like baby food anymore, and so they're pretty much now on all human food. Is funny. All like non-baby food. So like they'll have oatmeal in the morning, they'll have bananas, they'll have for lunch they can have pasta or eggs or avocado. They have soft cooked carrots or peas, baked beans. They can have some little pieces of chicken, rice. There's ice cream, you know. Both babies are in size 4 diapers. They are both right now in 12 months clothing. They are heading into 18 months. They are still so short. Both babies are sleeping through the night for the most part. We have sleep trained them. We are still in the process of sleep training. I know like most people can be done this in 3 or 4 days. That's how my other 2 kids went. But these 2 babies are special. It has been an experience. Me and Will have had a lot of long nights trying to get through a sleep training night because they are strong-willed babies, and it's been a lot. But yes, but most of the nights right now they are sleeping through the night. But I would say at least one night a week we're getting one that wakes up, and then we have to do like a sleep training thing, which I will be doing a video on how to sleep train your twins, because it was, when I figured out what we're doing, it helped me out a lot. But it's definitely not easy because it's been more traumatic because they're stubborn. They're still like, they want their mom. They want to be up in the middle of the night. Like they need to learn to sleep. And so it's been a little harder on mom and dad, but they're almost there. And I think that within a month or 2, we might be past this and they'll know that bedtime is now and wake up is now, and that is it. But we're still working on it. Griffin, his favorite things to do are playing with balls. He loves chasing after his brother Sawyer. He is definitely a happy baby. This baby is so happy. He smiles at everything, laughs at everything, crawls around, tries to look for things to do. He is a busy little guy since he's been able to figure out how to move. It is such a delight to see him happy, because the first 6 weeks of his life he was a pretty miserable human being, and I'm so glad that his personality is like this, because he is a joy to be around. They both love bath time. They both love to splash. They really are sensing each other now. They crawl over each other. They kind of like, they pull at each other. They haven't really talked to each other yet, but they know each other exists. Like, that's my brother, you know, he's a twin over there. They love playing with their brother and sister, Wynn and Harrison. They love me. They follow me around. Definitely, I feel like Sawyer is more a mama's boy. Like, if he sees me, he'll just start crying, especially if I'm going into work or a babysitter's coming. He just likes me a lot. Griffin, he has 3 teeth now. The 3 at the bottom, and the rest of them are starting to come in. You can kind of see it. Sawyer has 4 in right now. He has 2 in the top, 2 in the bottom. Sawyer is about, I think, 2 pounds less than Griffin. He is about the same height. They are very different personalities. They have, Sawyer is more of a, I don't know what the word is. He just is more of a needier baby. He likes to be held. He likes to have a lot of like one-on-one time. Griffin is more chilled. He can hang out by himself. He can do his own thing. But Sawyer, he likes me. He likes his father. He likes to be held. He likes to be talked to. He likes to be bounced. He is our harder child, let me tell you. He gives a run for our money sometimes. Sawyer doesn't really like to eat that much right now. He's in this phase where he has to pick up his own food. He has to eat when he wants to eat, not like at a certain time. So it's been really difficult. I've been trying to be like, this is food time. You need to eat now, but he has some serious meltdowns, let me tell you. And it's hard. It's really hard. So that has been a challenge with him. He is still on 3 bottles a day. They are both starting on sippy cups. Griffin, we have him on a 4-month-old one. He is just, you know, the sucking problem. Sawyer, we have him on a straw one, which he loves. Sawyer, he is into everything. He will throw balls, he will play with Legos, he will like look out the windows. He is a mover and a shaker. He will be running around this room. When he can start running, we're in so much trouble. He will be running back and forth. He's got so much energy. He loves Johnny Jump Up. He is just a busy guy. He's just so busy, so playful, loves to just have lots of attention, like I've said. So I think that's it for their 1-year update. It has been a crazy year. Twins have been a blessing, and it's been the hardest thing me and my husband have ever done, let me tell you. They have just brought so much joy into our world, but it's exhausting. They are definitely a handful. Let me tell you, there's been days where I'm like, I don't think I can make it. But, you know, Sawyer will smile at me, or Griffin will laugh, or when Griffin starts hitting milestones, it's so amazing. Just sense of joy. I'm so glad that they're mine. I don't know where this last year went. Time has definitely flown. But, yeah. I'll definitely be doing more updates on them, as I don't know if I'll be doing a sit-down update or if I'll be in a vlog. But because Griffin, he's still so behind that when he does start hitting some stuff, I'll definitely be vlogging about it, because I'm worried. I'm a worried mama, and I want him to be like everybody else, and I don't want him to be behind from his brother. I want him to be walking and crawling and sitting and standing and talking just like his brother Sawyer. But we're still working on it, and he's hitting them just on his time. So yeah. So I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thumbs this video up for us. We'd super appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Bye.